Feel the heart. Experience the soul. Community Pulse.
Yes, I agree with the listener that children need to see expressed love between husband and wife. That is their first foundation. We are the first teachers, right? Enough. I cannot, but not all our parents are really equipped.
To do that.
Oh yeah, but all not. I mean equipped, but not all of our parents perhaps have that particular standard already within their homes. So it's a duty of that particular parent really to be the counselor to other parents as well. Yes, or be a model rather to other parents as well.
And it's a valid opinion, but I think that it's one that might be slightly outdated. And that's my take on it, in the fact that there's quite a number of years between myself and you, Sister Mahbooba.
Yes.
I have been a student of yours for a number of years now. But I'm also a young person in my own right. And so from the perspective of the child, I can say that while that approach is one that you might have been able to take 20 years ago, it's not an approach that you can take with your children nowadays. And even though you might be, you as a parent, your responsibility is to teach a child about the relationship between a husband and a wife, not a boy and a girl, a husband and a wife. Yes. Children speak to each other.
Absolutely.
And the standard in your home may not be the standard in another home.
Absolutely.
And sure, yes, the more the more you are exposed to, the more you want to know. That is our nature as people. We want to know more. And so you need to then just, as a parent, you need to be able to move with the times. That is what it is. There's nothing about allowing things to happen naturally. That would be, in an ideal world, that would be the way we want to go about it. But we don't live in an ideal world.
Absolutely.
We live in a world where, as people, and particularly young, curious people, are bombarded with over-sexualized images. Sex sells. Absolutely. You see it in the advertisements on TV. You see it on the billboards. There's no turning away from it. So all that needs to happen now is you need to adapt and you need to take control.
But also, Sister Qadira, can I just come in here also that we need to give children today scientific proof.
Yes.
You cannot just tell them, you have to give them the talks on sexuality based on practical, scientific and proven advice.
Yes.
You cannot just tell children today, don't do this and don't do that.
You need to give them a reason.
You have to give them a reason. And that is also why we actually have this program.
Yes.
In our time, Sister Qadira, our mothers would say, do not play with boys. When you become, as soon as you mukallaf and all of that.
Yes.
But today we go actually a bit deeper, really, and we actually give you the scientific reason why those words are so powerful, Sister Qadira.
Definitely.
If you look how the body is designed, Sister Qadira, when we become mukallaf, right? And why the older people used to tell us these things, which was very wise words, but it was necessary for us to only know that at that particular time. But today you have to give the child scientific proof. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, but I think it's you learn so much, Sister Qadira. Now you find the meaning behind why the older people actually said what they said.
No,
right?
definitely.
So what we're doing through these programs, we're actually updating their legacy.
Yes.
Right?
We definitely are. Right. Sister Mahbooba, we've got 3 minutes left. Let's do one more WhatsApp message saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Government's permissible attitude is a very pertinent and crucial point. It isn't like swimming upstream. The lack of a think tank, especially ulama amongst Muslims, is really one of our greatest downfalls, being totally oblivious of advancement. Shukran. I also taught my children and grandchildren little bits at a time as they progressed accordingly. And I think that's an excellent approach to go about doing it. And thank you to the listener for acknowledging that the lack of that think tank, so to say, You know,
maybe we can also, we can actually invite those listeners also on the program, and
Yes.
also, tell the listeners how they did it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's personal experience,
Yes.
So that will also be good if you can include the listeners and make
No,
them
we
part of this
definitely-
particular
we-
program.
We
inshallah.
definitely will. We'll be reaching
Yeah.
out to them. All right, Sister Mahbooba, let's do one more. And for all of you who have sent through messages, if I did not get through to them, don't worry, we will address them in maybe part 2 of our discussion on pathways to sexual courtesy. Right, Sister Mahbooba, one more before we round up for today. Assalamu alaikum. I think that parents should start telling kids when they are at an age that they know about sex, to continue to tell them that sex is sacred, and always remind them that it can only happen when you have a marriage contract. Always tell them why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made laws. It is for our own protection.
Absolutely, Sister Qadra. Getting married is such a beautiful celebration, Sister Qadra. The nikah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
And we were, people were actually very much concerned in those older days
Yes.
that, is she still, the lady, is she still a young maiden?
Yes.
And the boy as well. Is he still sort of a, I can say,
Yeah. Prepubescent young man.
that's a good word, Sister Qadra. I mean, are we really serious about these kind of things nowadays? Or is it more about the wedding and the ceremony itself
Yes.
than looking at that, the virgin bride and the virgin groom,
Yeah.
right? Because to enter into, Allah says, the pure for the pure, the
Yes.
impure for the impure. Allah Ta'ala tells us how we should actually choose a spouse,
Yes.
right? And today we find our society being in a state of pathology, right? We have to really investigate
Yes.
every family if you really want to look at where your daughter is marrying into or your son is marrying into,
Yes.
because society has become a pathology.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, Sister Mahbooba, that is the end of our time together for this morning. Shukran so much for joining me in studio. For all of you that are tuned in, thank you so much for, your questions and your comments that have come through. If I did not get through to them, don't worry. I've just sent them and saved them all, and we will be going through them in our next session, which is next week, Wednesday, inshallah. Same time, same place, for part 2 of our pathways towards sexual courtesy. Now, a number of you have asked, is this available? Will this be available as a podcast? It will be. Inshallah, it will be up either by the end of today or tomorrow. So do feel free to, check it out via the Radio 786 SoundCloud. Sister Mahbooba, until next week,
Inshallah.
Wednesday, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Feel the heart. Experience the soul. Community Pulse.